When I was around 14 in 2016, my family and I visited some relatives in the middle of nowhere, Tennessee. Beautiful but scary rural. We were all gathered in the living room, chatting, with the television playing in the background. At some point, I needed to use their restroom, which was down a hallway past the kitchen. There were no doors directly adjacent to the restroom door. I had a habit of opening the bathroom door before washing my hands to avoid recontaminating them when I left. Blame COVID. After using the restroom, I opened the door, and as I was washing my hands, I saw someone walking by the door in my peripheral vision. I tilted my head and saw the figure was moving away from the living room. The only rooms in that direction were the 2 bedrooms of the house. The hallway was otherwise a dead end. I turned my head completely to get a better look. With both eyes now fixed directly on the doorway, I saw the figure move past the center of the doorframe and disappear to the left. The figure was an elderly woman, hunched over, moving slowly. She wore a seafoam green nightgown with a slight transparency, especially near the bottom, revealing her legs in motion. Not a pretty sight. She had thick, rounded square glasses with a transparent brown frame, and her hair was tightly curled, graying brown. I saw her clearly, with no transparency or any unusual features. When I returned to the living room, I asked my family about the woman, thinking she might be an elderly relative who had arrived while I was in the restroom. However, they assured me that we were the only ones in the house, and no one had come to visit after we arrived. My uncle even searched the house thoroughly to be sure, but he found no one. Although it was strange, I wasn't frightened, so I let it go and continued with our day. That night, I went to sleep in my cousin's room, which I had never entered before. As soon as I stepped inside, I noticed a picture on the wall. It was the same woman I had seen. She had the same hairstyle and glasses, the same size, and all the same features. My cousin explained that she was his grandmother, who they had inherited the house from. She had passed away in the living room from old age over 20 years ago. His room was her old room, and when they remodeled it for him, creepily, they left the picture up. This gave me pause. I slept soundly, and I never saw or heard anything else. I've been to that house countless times since, and never experienced anything like that again. It remains an unexplained event in my life, and even though it didn't scare me at the time, it still leaves me with an eerie feeling.